Why do avoidants avoid conflict? I think that's the better question, or the better topic for me to cover for you guys. An avoidant is going to avoid conflict because they don't feel confident in their ability to navigate that conflict. And it's interesting because whenever I was growing up and when I was a young adult, I actually had this terrible misconception that if there's conflict in a relationship, the relationship is doomed and it's not going to work. But what I've realized with a lot of work that I've done in growing as a person and in being in a really healthy relationship the last 5 years is that conflict is actually an opportunity. It gives you a chance to communicate needs. It gives you a chance to make adjustments to the relationship that you otherwise would not be able to make. Because the opposite of conflict, the opposite of having disagreements and these open conversations about problems is we just shut down. We just compartmentalize. We pretend like those problems, those issues that we're having don't exist. If you have that misconception, if you have that feeling like, oh my gosh, we argue all the time, we must not work, let's work on that. Let's work on that mindset. Because the truth is, unproductive conflict is detrimental to a relationship, and eventually it's not going to work. And yes, you're headed toward just eventually giving up. But productive conflict, where you guys work together and you are trying to solve problems, is more like having a meeting whenever you're at your job and you and your coworkers, or maybe even you and your boss, are like collaborating to figure out problems within the work environment, or how to be more aligned and productive. It can be the same way in your romantic personal relationships. You just need some skills, some tools to make that happen.